Just get Kevin's view on it as an English coach, because we have an English coach in the top six, which we rarely do. Because, I mean, no Englishman has ever won the Premier League. We just ain't great at it. But he is now the coach of Chelsea. And before he became Chelsea boss, a few months ago as Brighton manager, he was asked if he thought he, or an English man, would ever get a top job.
It's hard to be a name, or a sexy name, certainly when your surname's Potter. And especially if your first name's Graham, it becomes even more difficult to be sexy then. And then when you add into that... a long face and a ginger beard and all the rest of it, it's you just have to stick to being a football coach and try and work with the players.
Kevin Watson, do you find Graham Potter sexy?
Potterini.
That's what we need.
He should have changed his name to Potterini. He would have got a job much quicker.
I mean, he's Chelsea manager now.
Yeah.
I mean, look, I think it's devastating for Brighton, and I hate to see it, because Brighton, why should they have to lose their best manager to Chelsea? No club is inherently better than another. Monarchies are inherently a horrible thing. So I feel sorry for them on that score, but it's happened. If we talk about what's going on at Chelsea, what's he going to do there? How good appointment for Chelsea is that? I think it's a good appointment. He's clearly an outstanding coach. Really enjoyed watching his Brighton teams, and it didn't go unnoticed. He's got a massive opportunity now. It will take time. It always does when you go into a new club, new players. He's got to stamp his authority on formations that he wants to play, whether that's just the one or you generally have your main one that you want to play, and then your go-to one. Yeah. If you have 2, 3, 4 players they get confused. The old thing with footballers, tell them 1 or 2 things, that's it, because as soon as you start telling them 3 or 4 things, it all goes out the window. They can't take it on board. Well, it's the same with anyone, not just footballers, I think. In general. So no, he's got a real opportunity. It'll be interesting to see what he does. My wife gives me a honey-do list of more than 3 things. Nothing gets done. Somehow I've done the washing, but it's not our washing. I put pink stuff in with the whites. It's a tough life. Do we need him as English people, and you as an English coach, for him to do well? Because our reputation ain't great, is it? No, it's not. It's not. And these top teams generally turn to people abroad. Why? I don't know. Why would they be better coaches? You've got to start giving the best English coaches good jobs to see what they can do. So real opportunity for him, and if he does well, it might help the rest of the English managers and coaches. And the good English coaches maybe go abroad, like Graham Potter did, build your CV and then come back, because obviously that's what the owners, mainly not English people, seem to respect. Absolutely correct, because he done really well, didn't he, when he was abroad. Come back, learnt his trade, and as I say, really enjoyed watching his Brighton teams, and hopefully enjoy watching his Chelsea team as well. Well, that's Palace Chelsea today. It's not our feature game. Liverpool Brighton is, but goals as they go in during that game. Lots of goals, I'm sure, in the second half of our game. Stay with us. It's 1-1 between Arsenal and Tottenham. Second half next. You're listening to Premier League Live.
Previously on White and Jordan.
Well, we didn't budget for this money. Surely we want to give it to our lesser cousins. Yes, and the moon's made of cheese, right?
Clash of the Simon.
The modern day fairy tale today in English football almost inevitably involves money.
There's no such thing as a no-score draw.
But this will be an exercise in goodwill. Something that the Premier League is bereft of.
How biased is Trevor? Sort it out. Seriously, sort it out.
White and Jordan.
The nation's primary destination for a triple distilled opinion and blistering debate.
Weekday mornings from 10 on the world-famous Talk Sport.
Times Radio.
I'm Mariella Frostrup. Join me as I talk to renowned guests about the worlds of culture, lifestyle and entertainment.
Including Sir Michael Palin.
Python's always been, I think, a nice mix. It's about human behaviour and what we do and how we sort of mess ourselves up.
And Werner Herzog.
When you look at family romance, it's a deeply humanistic film. It is a very essential of my films.
From auteurs to icons, artists to activists. Join me, Mariella Frostrup, for the radio show dedicated to exploring the ideas that shape our times.
Mariella Frostrup.
Monday to Thursday afternoons from 1
on Times Radio.
Stories of our times from the Times and the Sunday Times.
One agenda-setting story told in depth by experts.
I'm Manveen Rana.
I'm David Aronovich. Go beyond the headlines with original quality journalism and exclusive interviews.
What happens in the next year may define this country for the next 40 years.
We take you to the heart of the stories that matter. With exclusive access and reporting, you'll hear from the best and most informed journalists from the UK's most trusted newspaper. It's published for the start of your day, and you can listen for free on the Times Radio app or wherever you get your podcasts. Just search The Stories of Our Times.
John Pienaar at Drive, Monday to Thursday afternoon from 4 on Times Radio.
We're going to be talking about the news. We're going to be discussing it and explaining it.
Join John Pienaar for the Drive Time show dedicated to the news that matters and the views that need to be heard.
I'm going to give people the time and space to tell us what they think. And
You are listening to TalkSport's coverage of Arsenal against Tottenham Hotspur from Emirates Stadium. It's 1-1 at half-time. I'm your host, Tom Rennie. Alongside me is the former Tottenham midfielder Kevin Watson. This is Premier League Live. The players are emerging for the start of the second half. No changes, it would seem. So, here are your teams, starting with Arsenal. Aaron Ramsdale is in goal, back four left to right. Alexander Zinchenko, Gabriel, William Saliba and Ben White. Thomas Partey, Granit Xhaka in central midfield. Three behind the striker, Gabriel Martinelli, Martin Odegaard and Bukayo Saka. Gabriel Jesus is the number 9. Bench, Matt Turner, Kieran Tierney, Eddie Nketiah, Rob Holding, Takahiro Tomiyasu, Fabio Vieira, Sambi Lokonga, Reece Nelson and Marquinhos for Tottenham. Hugo Lloris in goal, back three, Clement Longley, Eric Dyer, Christian Romero, Rodrigo Bentancur and Pierre-Emile Højbjerg in central midfield. On the right, Emerson Royal, the left, Ivan Perisic, and up front, it's Son Heung-min, Harry Kane and Richarlison. Bench, Fraser Forster, Matt Doherty, Oliver Skipp, Davinson Sanchez, Brian Heel, Ryan Sessegnon, Jed Spence, Papi Sarr and Yves Bissouma. Anthony Taylor's our referee and Jared Gillett is the dreaded VAR for this one. We are underway for the start of the second period. Tottenham Hotspur, white shirts, navy shorts and white socks. They kick from left to right as we are looking into towards the Tottenham fans over in that corner. Arsenal right to left, red shirts, white sleeves, white shorts and red socks. Scorers in the first half, Thomas Partey with the opener, brilliant strike after 20 minutes, Harry Kane from the penalty spot on 32. Ball with Gabriel and Kane on the halfway, battling for the ball, both go to ground, no free kick given, chance for Partey to find Bukayo Saka, skips away from Longley and releases Gabriel Jesus, too strong, too quick for Højbjerg, but runs into Romero, who looks to start the Tottenham Hotspur counter, and don't Tottenham Hotspur just love to counter. Here's Harry Kane over the top, and the chance here, Romero's in, Romero in the penalty area, didn't know what to do with it, and Gabriel just got back in time to get the challenge in.
Well, I'm not sure what he was doing there, but he eventually found himself deep in the heart of Arsenal territory. It's a wonderful run from the Tottenham centre-half, but all of a sudden he looks like he's running in treacle as the Arsenal defenders get back. Great run, Romero. Really good ball, Harry Kane.
Yeah, forgive me, it was a Saliba challenge on the cover which stopped the shot there from Romero. What a pass from Harry Kane. Superb ball. You think he's got nowhere to go, then suddenly he's played you in. It's incredible the way he does that at times. Spurs had a throw. They've wasted that opportunity. And Arsenal can bring it away with Thomas Partey. Looks over the top. The runner is Martinelli. If he can drop it in nicely in behind Romero, he can. And Martinelli picks it up end line left hand side, running at Romero, cuts it back, chance here, first time shot by Odegaard, blocked by Højbjerg. Son and Partey battle for the loose ball, it's picked up by Partey and poked to Ben White, right to Saka, corner of the area right hand side, Partey again, strikes it again, this time someone has gone out to block him, it's Bentancur and it's a throw.
Yeah, that's better. As soon as that ball gets rolled back or across, you have to get out, throw your body on the line. Bentancur that time does that. Stops Partey's shot. Here we go again. Same pattern. Arsenal with a ball. Every Tottenham player, apart from Harry Kane at this point, back behind the ball.
It's really interesting that both teams are getting exactly what they want from this game at this moment in time. Arsenal all the forward ball and all the chances. Spurs just want to nick it and then go, 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 as they have here with Richarlison trying to release Kane, but it was well read by Gabriel, who gave the penalty away earlier on for that challenge on Richarlison. Trying to make up for it here with some good defending. Here's a pass right to Ben White. And a return to Saliba. Not quite hit the intensity of the end of the first half as yet at the start of the second, but you got the feeling we're going to get there in this North London derby. Winner of this game, just a reminder, will go top of the Premier League table tonight. Arsenal currently sitting there. Man City not playing until tomorrow when they are up against Manchester United. Partey right, Saka picks it up, takes on Perisic in the area. Bukayo Saka chops back and shoots, saved by Lloris. Will it go in? It will go in. It's Jesus who was too strong for Romero. Saka's shot caused all sorts of trouble. Lloris spilled it. Who was quicker? Who was sharper? Who was there? It's Gabby Jesus to tap the ball home, and Arsenal retake the lead.
Well, it's only taken Arsenal 3 minutes at the start of this second half to get their noses back in front. I need to have another look at Lloris here. He's palmed that straight into the path of Jesus. I think Lloris needs to do a lot better. Saka went on the outside of Perisic for nearly the whole first half. This time he dives inside, and when he dives inside, Tottenham have to get bodies out there. It's not good enough. That's poor from Lloris, in my opinion. Parry that away from your goal. He parries it straight into the path of Jesus, who's too quick. It hits Romero, and that's easy. That's too easy for Jesus to put Arsenal back in front. But that's poor from Lloris. That is really poor. Even the second one bounces and goes through his arms. And Arsenal back in front.
It's poor from Romero as well. It came too quickly from Lloris, no question about it, but it's almost like he just wasn't alert. Whereas Jesus, 5 goals now in the Premier League, by the way, for him, for Arsenal in 8 starts. Terrific record, and he's been fantastic. But Romero, he's not alert to it. Jesus is straight in.
Yeah, and you generally find, Tom, that it's always forwards that are on their toes anticipating, and defenders flat-footed. Any rebounds off of goalkeepers, how many times is it a forward that's following up and puts it in? Very rarely a defender gets there first and clears the danger.
We said there'd be more goals, and there already has been at the other end. Spurs are coming forward here with a long throw. Cleared away, not very far, picked up by Perisic, corner flag left hand side, runs at Saka, crosses, blocked by Saka, corner Tottenham Hotspur. 50 minutes gone, it's Arsenal 2, it's Tottenham 1 on Premier League Live.
Well, we've started where we left off at the end of the first half. Arsenal got their goal, Tottenham behind. Now Tottenham have a corner out on that left hand side to be whipped in, no doubt, under the crossbar by Heung-min Son
in front of those Tottenham fans who are over there in that corner. Harry Kane, come on, long lay. Eric Dyer, big threats in the penalty area, crowding the goalkeeper here, Tottenham. Son's delivery right under his nose, punched away as far as Højbjerg, volleys a goal, blocked by Gabriel, back to Højbjerg again, can't get the second shot away, and Arsenal can break, but Bentancur will block off Saliba really, really well, and it falls to Antonio Conte on the side of the field, weirdly